Did Paul teach Christians to celebrate Pentecost or Shavuot? Well, this is a tricky question because although Pentecost and Shavuot are now two different holidays, things were very different in Paul's time. So for centuries, Pentecost has been thought of as a Christian holiday. Shavuot, by contrast, has always been a Jewish one. But that distinction would have been completely foreign to Paul. So let's sort this out. So in Paul's day, Pentecost was simply the Greek term for the Jewish holiday Shavuot. Shavuot is established in the Bible in Leviticus 23 as a pilgrimage festival celebrated 50 days after Passover. The Bible ties Shavuot to the harvest and the offering of first fruits in the Jerusalem temple. Now, Jewish tradition also connects Shavuot with the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. So, Greek-speaking Jews like Paul would have naturally used the Greek term Pentecost, which means 50th, to refer to this feast, Shavuot. But here's where it gets confusing. After Paul's time, the church began to define Pentecost as a distinct Christian holiday, completely disconnected from the Jewish celebration of Shavuot. Why? Because in the New Testament, in Acts chapter 2, it says that the Holy Spirit was poured out on the first followers of Jesus during Shavuot. Naturally, the Greek text of Acts uses the word Pentecost to describe this day and event. So over time, Christians began to commemorate the giving of the Holy Spirit 50 days after Easter instead of 50 days after Passover. And as the church separated Pentecost from Judaism, it removed any reference to Jewish themes or practices like the giving of the Torah or the harvest and temple offerings. That's why Christian Pentecost and Jewish Shavuot fall on different dates today and are celebrated in very different ways, which brings us back to our original question. Did Paul teach Christians to celebrate Pentecost or Shavuot? Well, Paul never directly addresses the observance of this holiday in his letter, so we can't say definitively. But here's what we do know. In Paul's day, the Jesus movement was still connected to Judaism and the Jewish people. Gentile followers of Jesus were being welcomed into Israel's story, not replacing it. That means it's likely that Paul's earliest Gentile communities observed Jewish festivals like Shavuot alongside their Jewish brothers and sisters. Now, why does this matter? Well, it matters because it reminds us that Judaism and Christianity weren't always so far apart. Pentecost and Shavuot, originally one and the same, bear witness to a time when Jews and Christians were discovering what it meant to worship the God of Israel together. And maybe that's something worth recovering. Hey, if you'd like to learn more about Paul and his Jewish and Greco-Roman context, check out my book, The Weird Apostle. You can find it on Amazon. And don't miss out on any of my new content by subscribing wherever you're watching or listening. And if you'd like to learn more about how to build bridges between Jews and Christians, check out bridgebuildersforum.com.